We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cardinals offense takes the field. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Cardinals headed quickly to the line. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The play action fake. He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give from the gun. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moving away from pressure. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. So NC State's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Going up top on first down. It's on target and complete.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. On the option. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Sweet feet on the move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Cardinals in the hurry-up. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Got the quick pass. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Smashes it between the uprights.
That is the score. NC State, 14.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Number 14 set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it, try to get his offense some positive yards.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, better look out! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. The run from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
42, spike, alert, alert. Double right.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Quarterback on the keeper. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
From the gun, running back on the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolfpack! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Boone Pickens Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Coyotes. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's open. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations, so I think you could get a good chunk play.
Going for it all. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Got his man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cardinals will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back goes in motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback extends the play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Quick pass on the jet motion. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Wide out in motion. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Tackled immediately after the catch. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thompson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And here comes the offense on second down. He'll pull it on the read. On the move at the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He now has 79 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. NC State will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
This quarterback part of their running game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes third and goal. Using his legs, it's Chop. Touchdown, NC State! And the route is on.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
Used the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He'll just keep slinging it. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 30. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He wants to pass it on second down. And the ball is picked off. Pass to 50. The 30. Pass to 20. Touchdown Cardinals! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Syracuse is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Orange on the scoreboard.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll toss it. At the 20, he's got space. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. Slithers into space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Got his man quickly. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. On the run, still looking. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide.
Off he goes. Bust through behind his pad. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Hey, I love coaching staffs that want to stay aggressive, and here's a team that's up in the 4th quarter, and the coach is still letting his guy throw the football around, but you got to make better decisions. I mean, at this point, you're risking your team's ability to win this football game.
Touchdown, Louisville! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Working that left side. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. And the Cardinals want to move quickly. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking off. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
42 Spider. 4691 Gator Spar.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Across the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve. Offense. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. The option look. He'll toss it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. A designed run for the quarterback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Get set, get set.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.